This is the Iron Trader, and happy 4th of July to everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day out there today. What we're going to do is make a little quick video here on crude oil and natural gas to get you set up for Friday. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, selling stock, commodity ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have crude oil daily chart and natural gas daily chart. Now we're going to take a look here, see what's going on the old crude. Now you can see yesterday what we had. We had a lower low, but I was pointing out this candle. It's not really a topping tail. We just had a lot of these red candles here every so often, kind of like an indecision going into the holiday situation. But yesterday what we did is we put in a lower low, but you notice that it held this key 8 simple moving average, which is the key. Okay, so your 8 is crossed over your 21-day and your 50-day, 100-day, and 200-day. That's always very, very bullish. So as long as that price is above that 8 SMA here, this looks like it's going to go sideways to higher. Okay, now look at this 8, the 21 SMA came down here, flattened out. Now you made a nice good cross here on your 200-day and your 50-day, and we're headed for the old 100-day, and this is looking very, very bullish situation. Now, RSI here, you're sitting at 66. You got plenty of room to run. You know, you can get way over 70 here on this, but this is really just showing nice, good relative strength in the old commodity of crude ski. Okay, now MACD here, this is that when that green crosses that red, that's a buy signal, and then as it spreads out here, that gives it really good momentum here to the upside. So what we're looking for here is today's high is what we had is 84.20. Okay, so we went here a little bit higher than what this candle was. This was that 83.64. Yesterday's highs was that 83.93, and then we have that 84.20. But this is what we're looking for right here is that 84.38. That's going to be very, very key. So we take that price channel, see that 84.38. Now, again, if we can close above that, that's going to be very, very nice because what we have, that resistance level was 84.46. You notice that came in within 8 cents of that high. Okay, so always look to the left of the chart. That's where your resistance levels and that's where your target is. So your next level here that we're going to be targeting here is if we can get above is going to be this 85.64, and then we can bring this other price channel right across, and we're looking for that 86.18, and eventually this is the big retest, that 87.67. Now eventually I think it's going to get there. The question is what it's going to do when it gets there. Is it going to double top like we had this kind of situation, come on down, or is it going to go sideways, or is it going to break right through that? Next level is going to be 95. Okay, but what we do here, we just take one level at a time. That's always the best way to trade. You never get say, oh, it's going here, it's going there. You really don't know where it's going. Anything can happen. That's why I like trading crude. There's always a catalyst. It's always in play, and it's always something going on with the old crude ski, long and short. Okay, so let's always look at the downside situation here. Okay, so you got a closing number of 83.02 right here. This is what you're looking for. See that 83.93. That would be your support level, and then we come down here. You have 83.64, and then we'll come over here. You have 82.72, but this is the key level right here. This is that 82.39. That is very, very critical to hold on a closing basis. Obviously, if that's lost, then what we can do is we come down to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 81.38. We have 80.97. We have 80.51, and then we're looking for this 100-day here at that 80.29 level here. But then again, see this 21-day crossing very, very nicely. Long as that 21-day, 8-day is holding on the price, that 21-day will eventually cross up and move up very, very nice. So we got to see what's going to happen here. It's going to break out above that 84.38 there tomorrow, or we're just going to have some nice sideways action. Now, I held crude long here from this point. On my scalp trade, I scalp it daily, but I also, this is going to be a long situation, and then I'm going to see what we can do here on if we break out above that 84.38, and then we can just go higher. This time of the year, you got to look at that seasonality. You're in play. The hurricane season, this is starting really, really early. I've been trading here for over 2 decades, and this is really starting early here. We start getting hurricanes here, basically end of June already. So you have all of July, and August is a very, very volatile month there for crude. And then you have that hurricane season going all the way through the end of September. So I say this any kind of disruption that them hurricanes get into that Gulf area where you got to shut down rigs and all that, you know what I'm saying? That is very, very critical where it'll send crude up much, much higher. So let's just see how this is all going to shake out. So there are really 2 really key levels that we're going to be trading against. On the upside, you're looking at 84.38. You close above, you're going higher. Okay, downside, you're looking for this 82.39. You close below that, then we're going to go lower. It's just that simple. Okay, let's take a look here at natural gas. Now, natural gas here is as a sell and has been a sell. Okay, so I've been just trading the cold. Now, the natural gas is something I just don't like to trade, hold like over like crude. I'll hold that. You know what I'm saying? That's I usually actually buy crude oil here after the first of the year, and I have a long position, and then I scalp it, and then I also do a lot of times I'll hold some of those scalps along, turn them more like a swing kind of a trade situation. But natural gas, not so much because it's very, very volatile situation. And one thing about natural gas is it always gives you a chance to get in. For whatever reason, if you're long or you're short, it gives you a chance to get in for the day to make a scalp. And I think scalping it is really just the way to go here on the old natty gas. Okay, now for the long, I trade the UNG, and for the short, KOLD, and that seemed to work out really, really well. And the ETFs are very easy. You can get in and out of those. There's big volumes. No issue. Trade them in pre-market, trade them in aftermarket, whatever you want to do. They work really good, solid. Okay. Now, you can see here when we have this green candle and then we have that red candle next to it, that's usually a bear signal, okay? And then we have the whole series here of lower highs and lower low kind of a situation going on here. And we lost all our key levels here, okay? So you lost your nice 200 SMA here. Okay, that's not good. You lost your 50 SMA here. That's not good. And I'm saying, and you just keep on rolling all the way and down. So this is not a buy, okay? So if you look at the seasonality chart, natural gas here should be selling down until about the first week of September. Then you want to definitely go long. Now, again, there are changes in that because that's like over a 20-year period. If you get a really hot summer, I'm talking about consistently hot, not where I am, we have 90 degrees here for 1 week, and then we have 60s for another. It's got to be consistently hot where those power plants are just constantly running. The air conditioners are running. You're just soaking the juice. Then, you know what I'm saying? Then you have natural gas will rip higher. There's a lot of situations where it is. But overall here, you can just see where this is selling. So now what we want to do, we want to look here at today's low. You're looking at 2.33 here. So what we do is we just look at the bottom of these candles here. So we're looking right here next, you're looking at 2.30. Okay, so that's the next target. And then we'll come right over here. Okay, you're looking at 2.24. Then we'll come out to the bottom of this. You're looking at 2.21 here. And then we'll come right down to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 2.15. And then we have your 100-day sitting here at 2.13. So realistically, as this runs up here, all these bottom of these candles, the high, the low, and the closing now become support levels, okay? So always look at your high, low, and the closing, so then we know exactly where she's going to go down. Now, this is no sense that I say I'm going to get into this, okay? Because when you get that series of lower lows and lower highs, until you get that reversal candle, it's just going lower, okay? So never have an opinion on this. Just trade what you want to, not what you want, but what is right in front of you. That's the key. Now, see, when you have this bearish cross, see how that 8-day cross, that 21-day? Well, see, that is totally negative. That's a complete red flag that says I'm going to get out of my trade long for sure. And then I'm just going to do on the short side. Now, you can hold the short, but to me, I just like scalping it here because natural gas, you just never know. This thing can just have a catalyst and rip to the other upside here, some kind of a situation, But you look at your RSI here, see that negative divergence that went on. And now you're sitting at 37. This could go much lower here, okay? Then we had this green over your red. That's a sell signal, and now she's just flopping all the way on down. So there's no signs here of a bottom, okay? That's just reality. There's just no signs of this. Say, hey, just like when we're always looking for these reversal candles. Okay, so we have the bottom here, and then next day we had that grace green candle, and then she just ripped off very nice. Or what we're doing is looking for a bottoming tail, like on this situation, or like that kind of a situation. That's what we're looking for here on natural gas before you start saying, I'm going to take a long trade. Okay, so maybe this has to get all the way down to that 2.13 level here, but we got to wait and see. But in the meantime, you can just scalp it here. These are all good, solid support levels here until we get all the way down. Now, again, there is this gap. This was that contract roll. Okay, so there is a gap. This was one contract roll that we had. It gapped up and it went sideways here, and it did fill that gap. But over here, this gap has never been filled here. Now, I'm not saying it's going to come all the way down to here, but I'm saying if it does, then what you always want to watch is you want to watch the bottom of this candle, That's 1.90. Then we want to watch the top of this candle at 1.67. See that gap in the fill? And usually those are like a magnet to a fridge. Eventually they get filled. Not saying it's going to get filled on this scenario here, but very, very possibly. Now, when you look at this pattern here, see your head, your left shoulder, and your right shoulder here. Okay, see that? Never good. And then when that price gets below that 8 SMA here, it fights it the whole way on down. And then we have that bearish cross where that 21.8 SMA crosses below that 21 day. She's just going to go lower, just like when this crossed above, then you know she was going to go higher. So right now, I would say just look for lower prices until we get some kind of a reversal kind of a candle. You know what I'm saying? Something like on this order, then you can say, wow, I'm going to go long here. Or you just kind of wait it out here until like that, beginning of September, and then we can just take a long. But it's going to take a little time on this here because we not have a bottom yet. We're getting to oversold conditions here, but not just quite yet. Okay, that's what I got for you, a little crude natural gas. I'll be back here tomorrow morning before 8 o'clock, and we'll get the day rolling. And then remember there, tomorrow is you have a rig count there at 1 p.m. Okay, thanks for watching.